Welcome back, and now we'll tell you about this video that has surfaced and shows the Karnataka Forest Minister Ramanath Rai ordering the Dakshin Kannada Superintendent of Police, Mr. Bhushan Gulasarao, to arrest an RSS leader, K. Prabhakar. The former Chief Minister, Jagdish Shettar, in fact, raised up the issue and the video in the State Assembly on Monday. But the minister has defended himself, saying that the RSS leader was allegedly involved in the murder of a Gram Panchayat member, and he was merely asking the police to arrest him. The BJP has accused the Karnataka government of inciting communal violence by targeting Hindu organizations. While the BJP protested on the floor of the House, the VHP and the Bajrang Dal were even seen taking out protests demanding the minister's resignation. Let's go straight across now to Deputy Editor Rohini Swami for more on this. So Rohini, this is one issue that the BJP will not let go of. They're upping the ante. They are demanding the resignation of the minister. What has been the reaction from the government and from the Chief Minister? Because clearly one can see in that video the minister is influencing the police and interfering also in a way in their ongoing investigation.
Well, in a way, the session is taking place right now in the Karnataka Assembly, and that has given the opposition as well as the ruling party a ground to argue and also defend this entire issue. We did see how it got quite loud in terms of the opposition, that is the BJP, led by the former Chief Minister, Mr. Jagdish Shettar, making statements on the floor of the House, clearly saying that Ramanath Rai is trying to incite communal violence with such kind of statements. What the statement that he made was that SP Bhorase, the Superintendent of Police Bhorase, should book the leader, Mr. Kalladka Prabhakar, under attempt to murder, and that too because he's making statements or he's making speeches that could probably incite communal violence in the state. One thing we should also understand is that, Avantika, Dakshin Kannada is also an area which is a hotbed for communal violence that we've seen. It is with much difficulty that law and order is usually kept in this area of Karnataka, and this also includes Mangalore, and Ramanath Rai also comes from that area. So making such statements or trying to curb this or creating or inciting violence itself is a problem. Number two, yes, the resignation of Ramanath Rai is what the opposition want right now, and that is what is being demanded on the floor of the House as we speak. Today is the last session of the Assembly, and that is what the opposition says should be done. But in their defense, let me quickly say that Ramanath Rai said that till now the speeches that have been made by Kalladka Prabhakar have been in a way that it has incited violence. And it is these very statements that he makes and the defense that he puts out that comes in favor of the Hindu organizations time and again, and that is not acceptable. And that is why he asked the Superintendent of Police to take action immediately. But there are other ways of doing it. This video clearly shows that he's asking him to book under attempt to murder. It's not up to a politician to tell a police officer what is to be done. It is up to the IPC and the police officer to decide whether it is good enough to be booked under IPC.
Yes, so because the minister's interference in an ongoing investigation will be seen as, him trying to influence the police with regards to this case. I mean, what does the minister have to say about the video and about the instructions that he's giving out to the Superintendent of Police?
Clearly a case of political high-handedness, and the language in which he has used, let me translate, it's in Kannada, but in that 30-second video that we are seeing, he tells the SP, because he was serving in Mandya district of Karnataka, saying, this is not Mandya, this is India. You may have come from Mandya, but this place, what we are seeing is different. Prabhakar is inciting, bringing about communal feelings amongst people. You should book him under attempt to murder. And then he goes on to say, let Prabhakar come out and I will tell him that he's not that important. Language that is being used, especially to a police officer who himself is a part of the law system in the country, clearly shows the political high-handedness of the person. And that is why we are seeing so much of protest. The protest here taken out by the Bajrang Dal and the VHP, obviously because of the pressure that is being put by the opposition. But interestingly, this protest that you are seeing right now, it's the first time that 18 different pro-Hindu outfits are coming out in protest. Only goes on to show that this...
Just stay with me, Rohini. We have with us on the phone line Karnataka Congress Working President Dinesh Gundu Rao now on the broadcast. Sir, thanks so much for joining us. You know, we are showing our visuals, we are showing our viewers the visuals of that protest with the BJP demanding an immediate removal of the Karnataka Forest Minister. What do you have to say about the video that has surfaced?
No, first of all, this is a conversation between the district in charge minister and the SP of the district. And what is the minister saying? The minister is saying that if he makes any inflammatory speech, to take action against him, because this particular person has got a record of inciting communal passion and many controversial issues about this person.
But why is the minister giving all these instructions to the superintendent of police? I mean, in a way, the BJP claims that this is an interference with the ongoing investigation.
How is it an interference when the minister says, suppose if he's going to if he's going to make any inflammatory talk, you book him according to the law. No, a district in charge minister who holds a government position, if he cannot say that, then what is the minister supposed to do? I mean, minister's work is to maintain law and order, to see that things are.
But that is the duty of the police, isn't it, sir?
So the minister.
It's a state matter, yes.
Administration runs properly in the particular district, and he is having a private conversation with the concerned police officer, and he's come newly to that place, so he's telling him a bit of the background of that particular person.
So it is this private conversation that has been caught on camera, which has,
so many private conversations which can be caught on camera and leaked out. That doesn't mean he's making he's not giving a speech to the public. This is a conversation between two.
But the BJP is accusing him of influencing the police, of using his powers, of high-handedness.
His influence is, if he says you just haul him up for no rhyme or reason. Influencing is saying that even if he done nothing wrong, take action against him. Here the minister is clearly saying, if he does something like this, you take action against him. So, and you don't be afraid, because this particular person is a high functionary in the RSS, and there are so many. The history behind him is a very long history. So it can become a sensitive issue. But what the minister is saying is, don't be afraid of all those things. If that person does something wrong, you take action against him.
Okay, just stay on with me. Krishna Sagar Rao from the BJP is also there. So what are your demands? Because right now I was just speaking to Mr. Rao, and he's completely rubbished BJP's claims and their demands for the minister's removal.
No, it once again establishes the fact that this government is in cahoots with corrupt people. The administration is completely intervened by, there are no roles and responsibilities for individual ministers. They intervene in every affair, and they're targeting RSS leaders in Karnataka. It is clear exposure of incompetent government, where a forest minister is trying to order an SP to arrest Mr. Prabhakar. How is he, first of all, competent to make an arrest, instruction? I think it should be a home minister, if at all. Or there should be a legal proceeding to make an arrest instead of a political arrest. So it goes to show that this particular government is totally politically bankrupt.
Mr. Gundu Rao, how do you respond to that charge?
And it doesn't just have any right to talk about legal framework.
How do you respond to the charge by the BJP that there is an intent to target pro-Hindutva outfits and leaders in the state?
We have said in Karnataka that we have prohibited Mr. Praveen Fogade from coming and giving insightful speeches. We have prohibited Mr. OAC from coming to Karnataka and making inflammatory speeches. And what the minister is saying is, this Mr. Prabhakar Bhatt has got a history of making inflammatory speeches. So if he does make an inflammatory speech, you take action against the law. So why is this BJP spokesman saying he's incompetent? Actually, he's being very competent. He's telling the MP that take action as per law. Nothing illegal in what he's saying. So just by saying something...
Mr. Krishna Sagar Rao, please respond.
No, he's incompetent because it is not his job. He's a forest officer, for God's sake, Mr. Gundappa. I don't know who's on the other line, but he's a forest minister, and he is not a home minister, number one. Number two, if at all he has to be arrested.
And Dinesh Gundu Rao, that's exactly what I was asking a short while back. Just why is the forest minister giving all those directions to the
How is he competent? That's what I'm asking. I think he should have
why is he competent?
Why is he competent? How is he competent?
He is a district in charge minister.
How does it matter?
Or the entire administration of the district comes under the district in charge minister, including law and order, and anything in the district, whether it is any department, also comes under the district in charge minister of information, because you may not know these things. When you may not know these things, but the district in charge minister, every department comes under the district in charge minister. He reviews the law and order, he reviews all the departments functioning in that particular district. whether everything is functioning effectively or not. And can you tell me where did you say something wrong? Where did you say something illegal?
Okay, gentlemen, I just request you just stay on with me, because our deputy editor from Karnataka, Rohini Swami, would also like to ask a question. Rohini, go ahead quickly.
My question is directed to Mr. Dinesh Gundu Rao. Mr. Gundu Rao, you're saying two things. Number one, you're saying that it's a private conversation. My question is, how is a private conversation when there are so many other several Congress followers sitting over there? It does not become a private conversation. It has been recorded by some worker who's been sitting over there. And number two, you're saying that it is his duty to tell the police officer. Yes, it is, but he cannot he cannot go and instruct him on the IPC on which he should be booked under. He's talking about book him under 307, which is attempt to murder. Isn't it up to the police officer to decide what IPC falls and for a person who's inciting communal violence?
See, the police officer can further say what he has to do. The minister in charge, who is of the particular district, why I said it's a private conversation in that sense is not that he's making a public speech or talking anything against this person in public. This was sitting in the office or wherever they were sitting, and he was having a conversation. So he was saying that these are the things and making informative speeches because there's a lot of violence in that place. Recently somebody was murdered. People are killing each other there. A lot of violence between the Sangh Parivar, Hindutva forces and the other forces, the Muslim fundamentalist forces. It's a sensitive situation. So the minister wants to see that things are under control. So if someone is making informative speeches and if he tells the police officer take strict action, I think he should appreciate the minister and say that he's not asking to do anything illegal.
But Mr. Gundu Rao, he doesn't give the SP Bhorase any time to even respond. You can just see that he's actually telling him, you're from Mandya, this is not Mandya, this is India. It's combative in terms of how he's speaking. So how do you expect a police officer to discharge his duties if the lawmaker himself is going to speak in the storm?
I think that because the minister is not asking him to do anything against the law, he's giving him some guidance. And today, because the coastal districts of Karnataka, we see how it's happened in Kerala, where the Hindu fundamentalists and Islamic fundamentalist forces are at each other's throats. There's a lot of violence over there. And if the district interior minister is telling the officer, these common newly from another place, that this is the situation here, and you've got to handle this firmly, I think it's well within his rights to do that. And our only aim is to see that peace is maintained and people who provoke fear and disturb peace, we should take the strictest action against them.
Well, the BJP seems far from satisfied with that statement of yours. But for now, Mr. Dinesh Gundu Rao, Mr. Krishna Sagar Rao and Rohini, thank you all for joining us on that story.